It's that video, friends. Look at what I have. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to record this. I'm probably going to have to hold it by hand when it's me talking because I kind of have it set up so you can see them because that's the exciting part about this video. So I'm just going to go in on a quick little disclaimer. At no point in this video am I condoning at-home breeding at all. This was an oops litter on a rescued female. I'm not a huge fan of breeding, as most people breed because somebody was pretty or they like the coat type or they want something out of the rat. If you really, really, really feel the need to breed, it better be for temperament and good physical health, not what they look like. Breeding for what they look like is the most garbage excuse I've ever heard. If you love rats, then love them all equally as they come out. I feel very lucky that these babies are going to be gorgeous and easy to adopt. And hopefully they all have great temperaments. It's always so hard for me to think because I've had some aggressive rats in the past that any of them were ever this little and cute. But anyway, this was really, really stressful on Mom. She was way too young to have this done to her. She's probably only 5 months, and I would like to see a rat about 8 months if they're going to be bred. Plus, I don't have any idea who their father is. I don't know what his pedigree is like. And chances are they were somebody's pets or feeders for snakes, something along that line. And either, they were done with it, they had too many, whatever the excuse was. I don't really give a hoot because obviously their heart and their priorities are messed up. But anyway, I'm going to finish this video and hopefully not get angry. We'll just keep it happy. But I'm super, super excited because overnight all of their ears popped out except for one or two. My little runt, of course, has a little bit, has still a little bit of curl to the ears. But I do think that we have 2 types of ears here, but I'm going to have to wait a couple more days to see if they stand up. I apologize if you hear any background room. My roommate's moving about with his daily life. But let's get to babies, shall we? Okay, I'm trying to set it up here. There, oop, we had ya. Okay, so here's the babies. So what you can see is some color and pigment here. We have color and pigment. There's some more pigmented babies. There we go. So these guys are 4 days old now, and as you can see, look at the ears. So the ears popped and they have their little whiskers come in. And it's super, super exciting. This one has a really interesting crease on its back. But what I've been doing with these guys is with the littler ones, like this little peanut right here, is I just make sure I check their bellies, and I'll show you one of the ones with a clear belly so you maybe can see it. See that white spot right here? There's a white band. That's what we call a milk belly, and I want to see those nice and full. They're just piling on each other. I want to see that nice and full, and what I do is every 8 hours or so pull them out from Mom. Take these little itty bitty ones and give them back to Mom for a little extra feeding. Right at birth, I was looking for umbilical cords to be chewed off and clean. I only have 1 baby left with a tiny fraction of umbilical cord left. There it is on my little hamburger. There's hamburger and Whoopier, A&W. They're all going to be named after restaurant chains or their top menu items. Like I have a little bean burrito over here and a Big Mac over here. But then we have Wendy hiding in here. This is Wendy. And then we have Denny and Big Mac. We're slowly figuring everybody's little personality out. The white babies are going to be harder to tell apart until we really have some distinct personalities pop out. So there is the little rat pile of babies right now. Okay, so their care is obviously, their care is obviously mostly up to Mom right now, but her being young, And strictly when I checked on them right after birth, she hadn't nested at all. They were right on the bottom of the cage. But they were clean, and most of them had really prominent milk bellies, which means she went right into feeding. I have not had to clean their bums for the last 2 days. She's been doing a great job with that. Nobody has any poop sticking out, which is good. Means she's doing a good job cleaning bums. They look great. They're hydrated. They're getting fatter every day. And in the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to have some fur popping up on these guys. So the next video next week, you're not even going to recognize these guys. They're going to look so different in a week. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have hair. Our eyes are going to start popping and showing instead of just through the skin right now, which actually I'll go back to them and show you the difference in their eyes and how I know what I'm looking at. I wish I could point out the gender more easily, but I'm going to have to hold my phone with one hand with these guys, so I won't be able to do a side by side, but maybe I'll get my roommate to help me, and I'll post a picture later. If you want to keep following their development, my Snapchat and my Twitter links are down below, and I'm posting almost daily updates on those. Snapchat for sure daily. Snapchat's the best way to keep up with these guys. I go immediately to Snapchat. And then on Twitter, if they do something super cute or I have a big announcement like today, I did separate them all out by what are assumed genders right now. So I have a picture for that, and I'll post that on Twitter so you can kind of see. We have definitely 4 boys. We could have 1 or 2 others that are boys that just haven't quite dropped and developed a sack yet. But generally speaking, what I think I see is 4 boys and the rest are all girls. So we've got Denny and Big Mac and 2 white babies that are boys. Oh, I have one that's kind of shivering here. Let me get my hand on you. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna show you, Mom. I'm gonna show you, Mom. Are you enjoying your cheese, Mama? This Mama. She's having some peppers and cheese and egg to fill in the protein that these little guys are taking out of her body. She needs a little extra help for that for sure. So here we go. She's doing that. I was gonna show you her, but she's been through so much and she's so stressed, but she's enjoying her snack, and I'm just gonna leave her to that. I was gonna show you her belly and things, but that's not super important. Like, her nipples are sticking out. Big deal. She looks great. She stopped bleeding within a few hours of finishing birthing the last one. And she's doing great. She's really, really doing great. But we'll come back down here, and hopefully I can kind of point them out. Okay, come here this way. Okay, so let's focus. There we go. So this little baby, let me bring this baby forward and this baby, because that'll be easy to see. So you see how this one has such dark features? And this one has like, no, I know you guys are so chatty when you're moved. So this one's going to have black eyes, and this one's going to have a pink, or what we call ruby eye, if it's a little more on the red side. We'll have those colors come out. Oh goodness, baby. Pretty excited. We have a big range of colors and patterns. It's interesting, we have one what we call a high white here with the white stripe up the face, which comes with its own genetic issues actually, which is interesting. This one's more prone now to what's called megacolon, which is an intestinal disorder. So this one I'll have my eye on, especially through weaning. Keep my eye out. But the rest of them, I mean, we have some dark, we have some solid. These two I think are going to look just like Mom, possibly even more colorful than Mom. And then some dark hooded babies with some spots down their back. And then these guys, which are likely to be a white or light color once the fur comes in. So it'll be interesting to see. But what we have is, looks like dander. That just means that the hair follicles are opening up and we're sprouting some fuzz, which actually I can feel it already. They're fuzzier today than they were yesterday, We have some tiny, tiny amounts of fuzz. So next week for sure, you're gonna have some furry, different looking babies. So I hope that you enjoyed hanging with me and the Bubbers. I say I'm gonna do this every Thursday and maybe a bonus video on the weekend of us just being goofy and playing with them, because once they hit where their eyes open up, they start interacting and I start playing with them as much as I can, because when they go home they're gonna be great pets. And I'm really hoping to see some really good temperaments come out of these guys. I would hate after all this to have any grumpy rats. In which case, I just won't adopt them and I'll keep them or keep them with friends who can handle the grumpy behavior. But I'm really hoping next week we'll also know whether we have any Dumbo ears, which are like low-hanging, bigger ears. Sorry. Mum is a standard ear, so we assume that they'll be standard ear, but I do see a few that have a potential of keeping those ears low. So we'll look forward to seeing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you next week. Bye. Good night.